my god. What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep what recent news topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow. Sorry I skipped the intro last time, I kind of just wanted to get into the news topics with you guys today, but I figured I'd let you guys know that in a couple of days, I think 5 days exactly from now, it's gonna be my birthday. My birthday's on August 9th. I'll probably be doing a celebration stream on that evening, Monday. I don't know exactly what games I'll be playing or what I'll even be doing in general, but yeah, if you guys want to come celebrate with me, that's where I'll be. I'll probably also drop a video that day too as well. So yeah, that's getting older, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. Also, if you guys can do me a solid, if you guys have been watching the channel and you watch me multiple times and you kind of like the content, can you just double check to make sure that you are subscribed? That would be really helpful. And yeah, let's get into the topics you guys want to talk about today. I have some small ones and some big ones. We'll do it all. I'm in a special mood today, aren't I? So, okay, Evan and a bunch of you guys asked me to talk about this. It says, you should talk about the guy who got taped to his seat on Frontier Airlines. I have seen clips of this person, not full clips yet, but apparently there was a guy who was on a airplane and he got duct taped by the people up there for being a little bit too rowdy. And I think I heard from something that the people who duct taped him ended up being like suspended or something. I don't know if that was just like protocol, that's normal procedures, whatever. But yeah, there's a video, there's a clip in question in case you guys missed it. Let's see if we can find it and watch it together.
Let's go. You guys suck. My parents are worth of fucking 2 million goddamn dollars. And you know what? You suck.
Wait a minute, pause. Is your parents being worth $2 billion actually put you in the rich kid class? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's not enough money to be gloating about. Like that's sustainable. That's great. You did a great job, but like I wouldn't put you at that level of prestige yet.
Yeah. You know what? My grandpa is worth more than your shut up. Yo. Chill out.
Oh my god. You see everybody, do you see everybody in the background literally with their phones out? This man is getting caught in 4K by 4,000 people, bro, in the middle of the air, being taped to a goddamn, he's never going to be able to fly again. Like, what was, this is absolutely hilarious, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, anyway, with like 5 seconds of investigation, I saw this. It said a man who was restrained with tape after allegedly groping and punching Frontier Airlines flight attendants was charged with 3 counts of battery. The man who said his parents are worth $2 million is out on $1,500 bond. So yeah, as you guys can probably imagine, there's a lot of different versions of this video floating around on the internet, given the fact that everyone in their mind and the airplane was recording the situation. But yeah, dude's name was Max Berry and wasn't having a good flight. I'm not sure what was wrong with him, what provoked him, but nothing justifies, you know, groping multiple women and beating people on an airplane. Like, what? It's always interesting to see people like in IRL, you know, actually come out and voice out, hey, my parents are worth like $2 million. Like somehow that makes you more powerful. Like, bro, you are on a no-fly zone list, okay? I hope your parents can afford to buy you a jet because that's the only way that you're gonna fly anywhere anytime soon in the nearby future. So yeah, good luck on that, bro. So guys, this situation was brought to my attention and this article was brought to my attention several times. Ethan Klein explains why he's nervous for xQc after Twitch attorney comments. Okay, so from what I understand about the situation, a couple of days ago, xQc got banned on Twitch, and I think he got banned on Twitch because he was watching the Olympics. And then from there, it appears that xQc hired a lawyer. I actually know who the lawyer is, video game attorney. I think we follow each other on Twitter actually, or he follows me or something like that. I believe he's trying to sue the Olympics or MSNBC, one of the two, for I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that the video game attorney was also the person that worked with H3H3 and Gila during their lawsuit a long time ago when they were on their YouTube channel, H3H3 Productions. They got into a really big lawsuit that cost a lot of money, and I know that the video game attorney was representing them as well. So there is a situation going on here. Let me get the details for you guys. By me, I mean Dexardo, because I love Dexardo and they give me everything I need to know about everything I need to know. In the wake of Felix xQc Lingual's Twitch DMC counterclaim, Ethan Klein explained why he's nervous for him, claiming the lawyer he hired is horrible and, quote, royally screwed him in the past. Twitch banned xQc on July 28th after he broadcasted snippets of the Tokyo Olympics on his channel. This was only for like 4 hours, I think. He claimed that he took, quote unquote, necessary precautions and thought it would be fine. However, he acknowledged that it could have been, quote unquote, easily avoided. But after sensing some potential red flags with their decision, he talked to his legal team and decided to issue a counterclaim against the party who issued the copyright strike, the International Olympic Committee, which could lead to a lawsuit. Bro? That's kind of strange to me, bro. xQc, don't you got like, you know, content to watch? Don't you got more of other people's videos to just be staring at all day, dog? Cause like, why put time and energy into like suing the Olympics for taking out 4 hours of your time of you watching their content when you could just keep doing you? What is this? Why is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it worth the time and energy and money to sue for 4 hours? That's kind of weird. His attorney, Ryan Morrison, also known as Video Game Attorney, described the situation in more detail. We discussed all options with Felix, and he is confident, as are we, that the content in question was fair use, he said. As such, he made the call to take a stand. And there's a tweet by Video Game Attorney at Morrison saying about xQc. We see countless DMCAs coming for our clients, and we normally advise not to counter due to extreme risk. Yeah, let's sue the entire Olympics. I'm pretty sure that's kind of risky. We discussed all options with Felix, and he is confident, as are we, that the content in question was fair use. As such, he made the call to take a stand. All right. Okay. Well, he wants to take a stand, I guess. I mean, he doesn't think he deserved the 4 hours, and maybe he thinks he can win, but I don't know, man. I feel like that's just a lot of I would just take the L and just go. I feel like my time and energy can just be put towards something that just feels a lot better than suing the Olympics. You know what I mean? However, the fact Morrison is xQc's attorney has gotten Ethan, quote unquote, nervous. If you guys don't know Ethan, by the way, H3H3, he's been on Twitch recently, stirring up, I won't say drama, but basically, you know, being the conduit for it at least. He explained that Morrison also represented him early on in the case against Matt Hoss and claimed he was, quote unquote, horrible attorney who royally screwed him. Quote, and I think it's going to be in this clip. We can go ahead and watch this and see what Ethan has to say about the situation.
His lawyer, the video game attorney, was our first attorney to represent us in the lawsuit against Matt Hoss many years ago. And he is a horrible attorney that royally screwed us. And the fact that he's handling this makes me very, very nervous.
Okay, that literally just said what we just read. But yeah, guys, finishing this article, it says Ethan wasn't afraid to share his thoughts. However, it hasn't seemed to impact xQc's decision in the slightest, so it'll be interesting to see how Twitch DMCA counterclaim will play. I actually just don't care. That's just, I don't think anybody cares. I don't feel like the offense was flagrant enough to put all this time and energy and resources into. It just, I truly believe the time and energy that xQc is putting into the situation does not create an output that would be favorable for him, even if he wins. Like, I mean, I don't know what the reward would be for that. I don't know how much he would be paying this Morrison guy. Morrison believes that IOC will make the right decision and let the case die, but he asserted that he and his team are ready to defend Felix no matter how they choose to proceed. So I guess the situation twirls a little bit more because then after that happened, a lot of people started talking about the situation. One person specifically being Pokimane, who's actually been based in a lot of her opinions about things that have been happening recently in the Twitch or YouTube or drama world. A lot of her comments have been exactly 100% on point, and I am curious to see what she has to say about the xQc situation.
One who's been in the space for a long time. I believe that he is both. He acts as a lawyer and as an agent.
Wait, he acts as a lawyer and as an agent. What in the hell, Fat? Isn't that a... I'm pretty familiar with these things. I'm in the corporate world. An agent and a lawyer? Usually you have two separate people for that. That sounds like a conflict of interest, dog.
To streamers and content creators. And I feel like that is not a good position to be.
Nah.
I feel like it is even potentially a conflict of interest.
Yeah, that's what I'm
in some
saying.
Cases.
Yeah.
Your lawyer should always be someone who's trying to like get as strict and as beneficial of a contract as possible. Whereas if you're also someone's agent, you just want the deal to go through because you get commission off of that. Regardless, I just think those two roles should be split. I also think no one person should, my personal opinion, just my opinion, I don't think a person should be acting both as a lawyer and an agent.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I mean, to be honest, like two separate jobs, right? A lawyer's job is to defend you in court and make sure that anybody who attacks you, they will defend you. And you need to attack anyone, he's got your back. Whereas an agent is supposed to go around and just get you deals, you know, and he gets a percent or a commission of those deals. He says, hey, what's up, Sony? Come work with my dude and give me a deal. Hey, talent agency, come put my boy in my movie. You know, that's what agents do. They just supposed to handle deals and get you money, whereas a lawyer is supposed to make sure you don't lose money. So kind of having that both at the same way is kind of sus. It's a little sussy.
Agent, you're just an agent, and if you're a really good lawyer, you're just a lawyer.
Yeah, I agree. Why you got cursed though? What's wrong? Why you upset, baby?
But
why you mad?
that's just from my experience.
Yeah, why you mad though? You okay? Oh, I guess from her experience. So maybe she's had some, I don't know, some bad experiences with some agents or some lawyers in the past. But yeah, that's Pokimane's thought. So yeah, guys, that's the situation. To be honest, it's kind of weird. I mean, I keep saying the word weird, right? I feel like this kind of energy is a little bit misplaced. And to be honest, I would just drop it. If I was his lawyer, I'd just be like, I don't feel like going after the daggone Olympics after I guess you maybe watched too many seconds of their videos or something like that. It doesn't. I don't know if it's a publicity stunt just, you know, to create headlines. I'm not exactly sure. And to be frank, like, I don't think it's important enough for us to kind of go into deeper. But yeah, I mean, it would be an actual surprise if xQc somehow does sue them and then win. That would be just like, what in the hell, Fat? Like, didn't see that coming out from left field. But at the same time, I feel like this entire situation is probably going to get buried. I'm not too worried about Video Game Attorney, not too worried about H2H3. And I doubt a lot of people are going to be talking about it much. But in case you guys were curious as to why xQc got banned and what he was following up with and why it involves Pokimane and H3H3. There it is. Really quick, because again, this is also something that's pretty straightforward. But yeah, the original Georgia Dog and a lot of you guys said Activision Blizzard president stepping down. That's right, the actual president of Blizzard, the company of Activision Blizzard, stepping down after all the lawsuit and allegations that have been coming out. They've been sued by the state of California. I believe there's an actual second lawsuit now in place. They're definitely under fire, and their earnings reports just came out not too long ago, a few days ago. Again, I think like 2 or 3 days ago. And yeah, Kotaku made an article, but there's also just like a statement that was made by the company as well, which I'll go through really quickly and share my thoughts with you guys. So it's a quick statement. It read this: to all members of the Blizzard community. We want to let you know about an important leadership change at Blizzard Entertainment. Starting today, J. Allen Brack will be stepping down as the leader of the studio, and Jen O'Neill and Mike Ybarra will co-lead Blizzard moving forward. Oh, okay, that's great. Having a woman as a co-leader for Blizzard would be a really good thing for their company right now. I also believe that J. Allen Brack was one of the people who was also named in the lawsuit. I don't know to what degree, but I'm pretty sure his name was on the paper several times, so that ain't a good look. Jen joined Blizzard in January as Executive VP of Development, where she's been providing senior development leadership and support to the Diablo and Overwatch franchises. Jen is the former head of Vicarious Visions, which is now a part of Blizzard Entertainment. After many years at Xbox, Mike joined the company in 2019 as the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Platform. Okay, so I think the key here is that both of these people joined Activision Blizzard around 2019, about 2 to 3 years ago, which is much more healthy because the lawsuit and allegations that are coming back are stemming back from years back. So I guess it kind of implies that they're not a part of the whole fiasco. Maybe they might have some knowledge of what's going on, but my guess is that the culture there at Blizzard has evolved just enough where those two probably weren't the center of attention, whereas somebody like J. Allen Brack probably got he probably knows too much. And he might have been involved in some of it as well. And yeah. Anyway, finishing this Kotaku article, it says Brock was one of only 2 people explicitly named in California's lawsuit, which accused the now former head of Blizzard of failing to deal with internal reports of sexual harassment and sexism, including allegations that former World of Warcraft creator director, Alex Afrasiabi, I remember him, would try to put his arms around and kiss female co-workers at company events. Yes, we talked about that. So yeah, quick story, just a statement from Blizzard. Obviously, a lot of people were very happy to see this happen, but at the same time, it's not something to you know, kind of just start doing parades or celebrating yet, because to be honest, this guy is just basically bailing out on a golden parachute, okay? Him stepping down also equates to him probably taking a large amount of shares and profit from the company. Whenever a CEO or a president leaves a company, or if they get sold out and bought out by another company, these guys get paid so much money, millions upon millions of dollars upon exit, on top of the money that they've already made. The contracts won't be made public. You probably can't see it, at least not to my knowledge, but this man will make a huge payout stepping down. So if you guys feel like justice has been served, no. This ain't justice. I mean, it's good to have the tone at the top change, and also to have woman leadership that's I want to say progressive. It's better. But if you guys want this man to take accountability, nah. If he was guilty, this is not something that would actually be good for, like, I would say avenging or accountability, because he's literally just going to take home millions of dollars, walk home and do whatever he wants to do, whether he wants to retire or probably get hired at some other place where that kind of environment might still exist. I don't know. Maybe he has a lot of friends. You know how it goes. Anyway, that's Activision Blizzard lawsuit president Jay Brack stepping down, and yeah, that's my feelings towards it. It's not even something that actually helps the situation here, and I'm curious to see how this lawsuit goes down in this second lawsuit with Activision Blizzard. A lot of people are looking at their stocks. There's a lot of questions too about like how it should be handled. Should people be trying to like not play the games? There's a lot of people who work at Activision Blizzard who weren't involved, who are good people, you know what I'm saying? And I think the idea is that in this kind of situation, you got to go for the neck. You got to go for the jugular, right? You got to make a statement, and you got to be aggressive, because you can't allow this kind of workforce situation to exist. And if any other workforce places or corporate places look at this situation and they see how bad it is for Activision Blizzard, then as a whole, these people will start making some changes to make sure that the women in their companies are protected. I guarantee it. That's one of those snowball effects where a company who gets called out for these kind of cultural segregation policies that make it really unfair for women in the workforce. That's what kind of happens. That's the trickle down situation. And I do think you got to go for Activision Blizzard's throat, despite the fact that there are people who do work there that had nothing to do with it. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, where you have to go for the people at the top. And unfortunately, that can affect some of the people trickling down. I don't think there's a perfect answer, but yeah, that's my thoughts. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up with this. And a lot of you guys have been asking me to talk about this. I'm not exactly 100% certain what's going on, but Pokimane Go. A lot of people are really, really upset about the game and the people behind it, the Niantic Labs. If I can recall, off the top of my head, I've seen some of it, but I haven't been paying attention. I think it has something to do with the Pokestops and COVID regulations. I believe what had occurred was, obviously when you play Pokemon Go, you walk around and you go to a Pokestop and then you battle. It encourages you to get up and move around. But with the COVID regulations involved where you have to stay indoors mostly, I believe Niantic changed their Pokestop rules so that you could kind of like be indoors and not move around too much, but you can still get access to like everything. So you can still play Pokemon Go without going anywhere. So I believe what had happened was recently Niantic had lifted up the regulations and made it go back to what it was, the default. I don't want to say that for sure. Let's read this statement here. Nicholas Wazen said, "Dear Niantic Labs, your players deserve to be acknowledged. We need to know that you #hear us Niantic." And this is a big deal because Pokemon Go is still a huge game. I know a lot of you are like, Pokemon Go, wow, I haven't heard that in years, but millions upon millions of people still play this worldwide. It's still like one of those mobile games, probably the most successful mobile game out there, second to maybe like Among Us down at this point. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen, because I think the issue here now is that with all these new variants and evolutions of COVID, I don't know if you guys know about that, but there's like a Delta, there's like a Delta Plus, there's like a Lambda, there's like a Lamborghini, there's like every single version of it. It just keeps growing and getting stronger and stronger. And the cases are going back up again. And it looks like potentially if it does snowball out of control, then we might be looking at another lockdown. I mean, hopefully not. But I mean, hopefully the vaccination is going to kick into place or something. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen, but the amount of cases of people actually catching this thing is starting to snowball back up again, and it can go anywhere. But yeah, let's read this specific statement. I'm ranting really fast, talking a lot. What's going on here? Dear Niantic, community and creators alike wish to voice our concern and disappointment over recent changes to the Pokestop interaction radius reduction in Pokemon Go. So that's what happened. The radius of the actual Pokemon Go centers and all the stuff that you can go to has been reduced, which means that you have to get up and go to play the game again. While the Pokestop POI interaction radius was increased due to an unprecedented global pandemic, the flow-on effects of this in-game change have had a far greater positive impact on the community. The increased Pokestop interaction radius created the following benefits for trainers worldwide. Number 1, safety, not needing to cross dangerous roads to reach or interact with a point of interest. Number 2, not needing to trespass on private property to reach or interact with a point of interest. Number 3, provided the ability to play and interact from a sheltered shared location under trees, wings, or shelters to avoid hazardous. Okay, so far I'm reading these 3 points, and I don't really think they kind of make sense, because I mean, when Pokemon Go came out, the whole point was for you to, like, you know, travel, right? it was meant for you to go across streets and to walk. It's supposed to encourage moving. That's the whole point and idea of it. Obviously, you know, if a Pokestop is like off a cliff, you don't walk off the daggone cliff, right? Or if it's in different parts, like if there's a Pokestop and like in a bad part of New York City, it ain't worth going to that gym. So I mean, I get this, but I wouldn't, you know. The whole point is to move. So far, I'm not exactly sure the whole safety thing, but I'll keep reading. Playing from safe locations and not entering areas that would be detrimental to personal safety. This includes preventing a risk to safety via interpersonal crimes, theft, and route to hazardous, dangerous locations. Okay, so the world is a dangerous place. General personal safety for social distancing during the ongoing global pandemic. This is the one that I feel like makes the most sense, right? Like, if you want to go to New York City, if you want to go to a Pokestop and everyone's gathering to a Pokestop, that's like a very easy way to pick up go it. Like, hey, if there's a very popular Pokestop in Times Square and everyone's just sitting there, getting up, huddling up there, trying to catch a Zapdos or whatever, then yeah, I can see that not being so swell with the Delta variant swimming around everywhere. Continuing, accessibility. Okay, many disabled trainers could now interact with locations that previously excluded them from the Pokemon Go community. That's a very helpful one. There's a lot of disabled people who play Pokemon Go who, with the new radius increase, were able to play the game more, even though they can't move, you know, as easy as a non-disabled person. This includes interacting with gyms and Pokestops that would otherwise be inaccessible due to stairs, steep inclines, or other physical barriers, all while being very generously within visual range of the point of interest. Okay. I do feel like potentially maybe this could be solved with a situation where if you are somebody playing Pokemon Go and that you are disabled, that there is like maybe a button or a toggle to be like, hey, can you increase the radius for me specifically because I'm disabled? I feel like that could be a button or like a switch. But then I guess there's a lot of people who wouldn't even click it. They were like, yeah, they would hit that button just so they can be and have more stuff. I don't know. A lot of people would take advantage of it, but I feel like to be more inclusive and accessibility to the most amount of people would be helpful in this situation. Continuing, trainers with autism and sensory conditions could engage with the community from a more accommodating distance, allowing them to play with the community but not be overwhelmed by large crowds of triggering locations. So people with social anxiety who, you know, want to play, but they're really afraid of being around a lot of people can still play. That's a fair point as well. And trainers with young children or in a position of care could more safely interact with points of interest while maintaining a safe environment for those in their care. So I guess this is a situation where little kids aren't going around to Pokestops where, you know, a lot of grown people go to Pokestops, and You know, it's absolutely terrible that I'm saying this, but I can see child touchers and pedophiles playing this game in order to blend in and target and find victims with little kids. I can see that. I can see them trying to use this as a conduit to reach them, which is absolutely disgusting. So I do agree with these 3 points that the radius increase would be very helpful in terms of safety and for inclusion for a lot of parties. Finally, it says here, respect. What the hell, fat respect? I don't know about that. No one deserves anyone. Greater courtesy and respect to non-trainers in the community by way of not crowding or blocking entry to businesses, private property, playgrounds, emergency services, places of worship, or memorials. So, okay, I don't know if that's just respect. I think that's a weird word to use. It's just no one cares about respect, but loitering, you know, if it's something against the law, if someone doesn't want to have their company as a Pokestop, I actually think you can like opt out. But yeah, with how diverse and unique members of the Pokemon Go community are, this is likely only a small handful of examples of the way in which the increased interaction radius helped us enjoy the game to a greater extent. As mentioned in the November 19, 2020 blog update for the Pokemon Go, trainers were given the impression this increased Pokestop interaction radius would be made permanent. Oh, all right. Quote, some of these changes will remain implemented for the foreseeable future, such as the ability to raid remotely, changes to the Go Battle League, and the increased distance at which you can spin photo disc at gyms and Pokestops. Okay, so it looks like they were promised at one point in time that, well, that it could be potentially remain implemented. I guess it wasn't, you know, assured, but it was kind of suggested. The removal of this feature will and is impacting the community in countless negative ways. One of the 3 pillars of Niantic's core philosophy, as communicated by founder and CEO John Hanke, is exploration. Mr. Hanke, exploration and the desire to explore was never negatively impacted by increased Pokestop interaction radius. The thing negatively impacting exploration is the global pandemic. We request the increased interaction radius remains as permanent quality of life change in Pokemon Go. We understand changes like this take time to discuss internally and therefore look forward to your reply by CLB Monday 9th. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Are the people of the Pokemon Go community in this letter saying, hey, I demand that you guys reply, me, company, Niantic, a Pokemon Go company, that you guys reply to us by Monday, August 9th. That's my birthday, by the way. That's exactly my birthday. But okay. I get it. I get what's being trying to be done here. Okay. And I agree with a lot of the aspects of it, but I do not think that you can literally, as a community of people, tell a company to, hey, I respect you to respond to us by CLB August 9th. Like, or what? What are you going to do? You ain't going to do nothing. What, you going to stop playing the game? They probably already see that's happening, but you're probably not even going to stop playing the game. Just like, it's just interesting to set a deadline as people or as a community to an entire company. That's like Super Smash Bros. Players setting a deadline to Sakurai or Nintendo. That ain't happening. If Pokemon Go, the company, or Niantic, if they respond on August the 9th, I will eat my shorts. So yeah, guys, I have noticed this, but hashtag Curious Niantic has been trending for multiple days now. And it's a bunch of people from the Pokemon community usually just sharing and quote retweeting this exact statement from a lot of big members of the Pokemon community. I don't know if they're going to have anything to say about it. To be honest, looking at this trend right now, even though it's been trending, it hasn't been in the hundreds of thousands or anything like that, and I'm pretty sure the people who play this game severely outweighs the people right now who are trying to make this hashtag. It doesn't seem strong or powerful enough, and it almost looks like a vocal minority trying to encourage change within a very huge public majority. But nevertheless, I did feel like it was important for me to share out this hashtag Curious Niantic. I always like to support gaming communities wherever I can and something like that. And I do see a lot of benefits that comes from, you know, the statement that they're making, that they're to be heard. I think in terms of like execution, I don't think, you know, demanding a company to respond to you at a certain time is is I don't think that's it. I don't think that's going to work. And number two, I don't even think expecting them to respond at August. I think that's just kind of weird in my opinion. But and number two, it's interesting, right? Pokemon Go was specifically made and designed in a way for you to travel. It was meant for the radius to be small so that you can move more in a radius, and kind of defeats the purpose to say like, hey, actually, you don't got to go anywhere I go at all to play Pokemon Go. But I see the benefits that they're talking about right now, and the whole thing with the global pandemic. That's the biggest thing in my opinion. Like, I understand the cons that they've mentioned, but I mean, there's a lot of pros, right? If you decrease the radius, a lot of people start getting up and moving again. A lot of people get more exercises. A lot of people go outside. There's a lot of pros that are not listed here as well if you decrease the radius. But I think, again, the most important thing for video games is inclusion and safety, which is what I stand behind. So, yeah, I do feel like there is a way to somehow fix this. I don't want to say that people shouldn't be able to play the game, but if you're a kid or if you're disabled, to have a button to say, hey, you're a kid, all right, let's increase the radius. Or if you are disabled, hey, let's increase the radius. Let's include that so that everyone is kind of happy. And I don't think that's very difficult for a company like Niantic to do. I think that would be very helpful. So I'm curious to see where this hashtag goes. Let me know how you guys feel about Pokemon Go and the whole Hear Us Niantic hashtag. And yeah, those were my thoughts on the situation. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I'll see you guys later. Do me a favor, if you made it to the end, leave a like. It helps a lot with the video. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, because you know, please. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. It's Thursday, so if there is anything going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then I'll probably make a video this weekend. If not, you'll definitely 100% get one on Monday. I will be streaming again, like I said in the earlier the video, on Monday for my birthday. And yeah, I'll definitely show Indy a lot. You guys have been nice to see Indy. He's sleeping around these times. Like right now he's sleeping. I don't want to like interrupt him. He usually goes underneath the couch or something like that. So I don't want to like pull him out there from his sleep to show him to you guys. But I'll pull him out soon for you guys, because I know I haven't seen him in a while. But thanks so much for the support, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and looking forward to, again, that content specifically. And if you're still here at the end, this means that you're, you know, you watch me for me. Okay. In terms of the content, let's not hype it up. Okay. I don't even want to hype it up anymore. It's not something special. All right. I just want to get back to creating more content, and I hate not being able to create content because there's nothing going on that interests me, right? Like, it's like there's news, but I don't feel like talking. There's nothing important. It's like, I don't care, right? And I don't want to keep centering all content around the concept of something, you know, important happening. So that's all it really is I'm just going to try to fill in the blanks with something different. And I don't know if that something different is going to be consistently the same or not, but that's all you really need to know. You're just trying to get more of me. And then obviously when the news comes up, we'll continue doing this, but let's not make it a big deal, because if we do, then y'all going to have high expectations for whatever content it is. And more than likely, I'm going to be really bad at it because it is new and I got to fail, right? I got to be bad at something in order to be good at it. So let's leave it at that. All right. I'm done ranting. I saved the rants for the end for all my diehard crew out there. I love you guys. Brush your teeth and floss, man. Okay, get the stuff out your teeth. Don't let the plaque, you know, eat at your enamel. And all right, I'm rambling, so I'll see you guys later. All right, take it easy.